Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com. Thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further. Hi everyone, so today we're having a look at balanced equations, how to solve questions that look a little bit like this. 4 times 5 times 6 is the same as 55 add what? Or 3 times 9 times 10 equals 534, subtract something. So let's have a look at the method for answering these types of questions. The first one says, solve the side of the equation where you have all of the information. For these questions, they're just on the left-hand side here. Sometimes it might be that they're on the right-hand side. It's a balanced equation. So what that means is both of your sides are going to equal the same amount. They both have to make the same answer because the equals means both sides are equal. Both sides have the same value, so they must equal the same thing. So what you're looking to do is make sure that both answers are the same. So solve the side of the equation where you have all of the information is the first thing we're going to do. The next part says, annotate the answer under both sides of the equation. Both are equal, that's what we've been talking about there. And then finally, use your part-whole method to find the missing information. Okay, again, this is another one where it's great to be able to check in with the eye test. Does that make sense? Does it look like it's about right? Because sometimes we can rule something out straight away, can't we, by going, doesn't fit the eye test that, okay, it doesn't pass the eye test. So, first thing we do, solve the side of the equation where you have all the information. Here I have all the information that I need on this side because I can do 4 times 5 times 6. I don't have a missing box or a missing number, do I? So, 4 times 5 times 6 I'm going to answer first. The way I'm going to do that is 4 times 5 first. It's going to give me 20. Then I'm going to do 20 times 6. Now I could do that in a column multiplication like that, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to use my number families, I know that 2 times 6 is going to give me 12. So here I've got 20 times 6, I've multiplied it by 10. I've got one more 0 in my question, so I need one more 0 in my answer. 2 times 6 was 12. 20 times 6 is going to give me 120. Okay? The second part, so I've worked out the first part here. I've solved the side of the equation where I have all the information. This is the part of the equation where I have all the information. I've solved the left-hand side. Second part of my method says, annotate the answer under both sides of the equation because both are equal. Well, here's my answer. It's 120, isn't it? So I know that this side on the left is going to give me a total of 120. Because both sides are equal, this side on the right here is also going to give me a total of 120 because they're equal. So now what I have is 55 add something is going to give me 120. And we've seen loads of questions like this, where what I would do is I would say, right, okay, we're going to need to use the inverse because this is like a part-whole model, isn't it? We can say we've got 100, I'm just going to draw a really quick bar model here. We've got 120 as our whole, we've got 55 as our part, and we're missing another part. So all I would do is I would say, right, okay, to find my answer here, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do 120 take away 55, because I know a whole take away a part is going to give me a part. 0 take away 5 I can't do, so I need to exchange. 10 take away 5 is going to give me 5. 1 take away 5 I can't do, so I'm going to need to exchange. 11 take away 5 is going to give me 6. So my answer is going to be 65. 55 add 65 is going to give me 120. Okay, if I needed to, I could check it, all right? But again, if I'm looking at it with the eye test, does that look like it's going to be about right? Well, I know that 50 add 60 is going to give me 110. I know 5 add 5 is going to give me 10. 110 add 10 is going to give me 120. So great, that is about right, isn't it? Let's have a look at, well, it's not just about right, in fact, it is right. So let's have a look at this question here then. So again, we're going to follow the same method. Solve the side of the equation where you have all the information. Again, here it's on the left-hand side. Just be careful, this time it's subtraction over on the other side, okay? So, we've got all the key information that I need here. Now I could do 3 times 9 multiplied by 10, or I could do 3 times 10 and then multiply it by 9. Either of those is completely fine. Any way around with that is fine. It's commutative because it's multiplication. Let's start off by doing 3 times 9, shall we? 3 times 9 is going to give me 27. 27 times 10 is going to give me 270. So I know the left-hand side of my equation. Left-hand side of my equation is going to be 270. It's a balanced equation, so they're equal. So what that means is that the right-hand side of my equation is also going to give me 270. So now what I need to work out is what do I have to take away from 534 to give me 270? Because basically what I've got here now is a question that looks like this. 534, take away something is going to give me 270. If I was to draw that out in a really quick bar model, it would look something like this, wouldn't it? It's a subtraction, so we start with our whole, 534. And then we've got a part, which is 270. And then we're looking for another part. When we're doing subtractions, we would do a whole, take away a part to find our other part. So what I would do is 534, take away 270. 4 take away 0 is going to give me 4. 3 take away 7 I can't do, so I need to exchange. 13 take away 7 is going to give me 6. And then 4 take away 2 is going to give me 2. So my answer is going to give me 264. This one, again, I can sort of do with the eye test. I can see that, again, if we're taking 4 away here, then that's going to give me a 0. But rather than just doing this by eye, let's check it. Let's do the inverse to be able to check that, okay? So let's see if we add our two parts together, if we get our whole. So we're going to do 270 add 264 to hopefully give us an answer of 534, just to check that we were correct. 270 add 264. 0 add 4 is going to give me 4. 7 add 6 is going to give me 13. 2 add 2 is going to give me 4. Add the 1 is going to give me 5 for 534. So now I've even checked my answer to say yes, that is correct, okay? Follow the method of check my answer. Brilliant.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill, or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.